Hey guys, this is Cameron with Emerson House Buyers. Got some great questions from a few people. Saw some friends. Was at a couple weddings this past weekend or past couple weeks. Got to see a lot of people talk a lot of real estate. Um, Got a couple really good questions, and I just wanted to take a minute and answer those because I assume there's probably more people than just the guys that were asking me these questions. So. One pertains about how to allocate money. So, how much is going into real estate versus, your 401k, your Roth IRAs, and some other taxable accounts. So, and first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. So, contact your financial advisor if you want anything specific to you. And that is really where you got to start. What is your end goal? If any of you guys talk to me for any amount of time, you know that I'm goal oriented, and you got to begin with the end in mind. So start there. Start at the end. What do you want? Do you want to be passive? Do you want to be active? Do you want to build a real estate business? Do you want to quit your job? Do you need cash flow? Do you want to grow your money? What are your goals? And then work backwards. So if you want to quit your job, you're obviously going to be more worried about cash flow and getting cash now. Whereas if you're looking to stay in your job and you want to just grow your money, you might be looking at some different investments. So for me personally, I have an Acorns account that rounds up some of my spare change, and I believe I've spoken about that a couple times, at least in passing by to several of you guys. So it's a good way to save a couple $100, every few months, just by rounding up spare change. Investing $5 here and $5 there, low cost, great. Start out with $300 in that, just so the fees don't eat you up, because it's about $1 a month, or it's $1 a month, up to several $1,000s. So put $300 or $400 in there and then let it go. So that's something I invest in. I max out my Roth IRA. So that is I pay taxes now, so I don't have to pay taxes later. You basically pay taxes on the seed instead of the plan, or whatever it blossoms into. So I know some of my hippie buddies might take that one a little the wrong way, but you basically pay it on the smaller amount you're putting in, and then you get the tax advantage later. So that's the way I look at it. Some people say I want to take my tax breaks now. I believe taxes are going to go up. I always think that. I hope my income is a hell of a lot higher when I'm 60, when I can take it out, rather than my income now. So I max my Roth, and then basically every other besides the amount of income that I have now set up just to cover 6 months expenses and what have you, that other money is going into real estate. So I have some money set aside just for if things go really bad. Outside of that, I'm dumping money into real estate. And I'm matching 401k. You'll hear some guys, I really am a big fan of Robert Kiyosaki. I think he's a brilliant guy. But he is a big advocate of not matching your 401k. If that is your true goal, if some of your goals don't line up with that, then don't do it. But I don't know anybody personally that wouldn't be matching a 401k. You make 100% of your money the day you're vested, so you essentially double your money. You can't really beat that. I mean, you can in real estate in some aspects, but that's pretty much a guarantee. So max out my 401k. I contribute, the 6,000 a year you're allowed, or 5,500 for a Roth. And then the only taxable accounts that I have are that Acorns account that just, adds $25 to $35 a month, invested in low cost index funds and ETFs. So that's how I allocate. Now, my goals are different than you guys. Everybody's goals aren't the same. So start with the end, work your way backwards. How much do you want to work? How active? How much cash do you need now? Are you willing to take it later? And then work your way backwards to the present day. Another question was about, I talk about modeling. That was one of the last videos about, modeling people that are doing what you want to do. So with what I'm doing currently in my real estate ventures, what are some good books or resources to use to model what I'm doing? Well, I told you guys I went out and got a mentor. I went out and paid somebody to get access to their processes and basically shorten the learning curve on everything that they have done to date. And the thought is you're going to make mistakes and you're going to pay it, down the line, not unexpectedly, and learn, or you can pay it up front and avoid all those headaches. So my thought was pay it up front, avoid it. So I paid up front. I got access to all their systems and a lot of their processes, which really helped me be successful. I mean, it is night and day. I don't think I'd be nearly on the track. I shaved off years and years in my real estate ventures. So that was one I hired. I got a mentor. The other thing. So I would say that's first and foremost before anything. But the books, the Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller, the Investing in Real Estate with No and Low Money Down by Brandon Turner. That's a Bigger Pockets publication. And then Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So Rich Dad Poor Dad will get you in the mindset of what kind of real estate investors think, how they think, and talk about getting away from a paycheck. And then you're really talking about strategies and using low and no money down stuff. That's going to be the book Investing in Real Estate with No and Low Money Down by Brandon Turner. We should definitely shorten that title, but that's going to give you some direct strategies, and that book is great for newbies. So if you guys don't know anything about what I'm talking about with hard money, subject to lease to own, owner financing, stuff like that, that book will walk you through everything. It's fantastic. And then The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller is just one of those books that has such a breadth of knowledge, and Gary Keller is brilliant. So if you read those three books, you'll have a pretty damn good idea about what I'm doing. But as for specifics, you're going to have to, we would have to get a hold of my mentor. I mean, that's how I did it. So, and like I said, I paid him, and I think, he's added a hell of a lot more in value than what I paid to have that mentorship. So, that I'm a firm believer in modeling. Definitely model people. Don't go through the headaches. Why go through and spend years trying to figure out what somebody else has already figured out? So those were the two questions I want to answer today. If you guys have any other questions about that or want me to go into a little more specifics, Roth, taxable accounts, 401ks, some stuff like that, I can. Just let me know. Put comments below. I can go into some more details, or if that was too vague. But please keep asking questions. I will keep responding, and hopefully this is helping you guys. If it does help you, please share it with somebody. The point of doing this is to add value. So share it with as many people as you can, and hopefully we'll keep adding value. And guys, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.